My whole life I have had really bad eyes, but today I woke up with perfect vision. Freaked out about it only to realize I had forgotten to remove my contacts before bed. Reddit. What has been the biggest accidental letdown of your life? Not me but my father. He checked the lottery numbers one afternoon, and he won. A few seconds later he realized he was comparing the winning numbers printout he got with those same winning numbers in the newspaper. His actual tickets didn't win a thing. He said for about 10 seconds, "I was a multi-millionaire." My mom's cousin was comparing the lottery ticket to the winning numbers. Checked it over and over. Realized it was one of his old tickets. Right numbers, wrong date. He was a multi-millionaire for a bit longer than a few minutes until he figured that out. Dreamt my dad hadn't died after all but had just had to go on one more mission. He was in the special forces. That had to be kept secret, even from family. It was a crappy day the day I woke up from that dream. Twice. I have 20% hearing in my right ear on a good day. I've discovered that when I pop my ear it goes up to about 100% until I swallow. The first day it happened I got so excited to be let down as soon as I swallowed. I thought my crush best friend was going to tell me he liked me because he pulled me aside all excited and said, "I've been wanting to tell you this for so long," right after I'd asked him if he was taking anybody to prom. I got super blushy and excited as well. Turned out that he just wanted to tell me that he liked somebody else and wanted to ask me what I thought was the best way to ask this girl out. Like an awkward scene straight out of a teen movie. They've been happily together for 4 years now. One Christmas, my parents and my neighbors decided to hide their child's presents in their neighbor's house. So when I looked for toys, I found my neighbor's toys. So when I looked, I found a Wii balance board, and like 9 games. And I was so excited. Then come Christmas, guess who didn't get a Wii? Yep, I know that feel. My mom was having an affair around Christmas 2010. I found a bunch of presents which I thought were mine, but ended up being for the boyfriend's daughter. That hurt a lot. Had a dream where I realized joining the army was a terrible mistake and was greatly relieved that I had not done so. Then I woke up in my first week of basic training at featuring Leonard Wood, A310. Featuring Lost in the Woods. I once when I was a kid thought I was having a religious experience, but it was just a sonic coincidence. I was singing, for some reason, a long sustaining note, fake opera style, when suddenly my head exploded into glorious stereo waves of incredible beauty. I couldn't process what was going on, thinking I was having some kind of visitation by the angel of harmony or something. Then, as suddenly as it had started, the illusion shattered as the airplane flying overhead Doppler shifted to a lower tone as it flew away and was no longer in perfect harmony with my sung note, as it coincidentally had been when it entered my audible zone. Wow, what a really bizarre experience that must have been. I want to try it but have no idea how I would replicate that situation. Not really a letdown, but sometimes when dreams are so realistic, and when I wake up and realize that I was dreaming. Yeah, especially when your dream life is so much better than reality, so you try and go back to sleep to continue to the dream, and it never fricking works. Just a little while ago, girl I kinda dig made a status about some event on Facebook. I made a comment and she asked if I was going. Pleasantly surprised at her inquiry to say the least, but I played it cool like, yeah I think so. Then the screen refreshed and I saw that she had actually asked that of another dude with my same first name who had also commented. It was a drag, and mildly embarrassing. You should have quickly deleted the comment before anyone read it. When I was 10 or 11 I used to have very realistic dreams that I could fly. They were so realistic that I actually convinced myself I could. I decided to test my theory and jump off a lifeguard tower at the beach. I was very disappointed when I landed face first in the sand from 10 feet off the ground. Busted my lip open and knocked the wind out of me. My dad's only words were, "You dumb crap. I told you you couldn't fly. You did fly. You just landed very poorly." A distant acquaintance I respected and looked up to died of a stroke several years ago. He was a frequent poster to a medieval history forum I frequent. Every now and then a thread gets resurrected that he posted to and I get a brief flash of he's alive. It was all a bad dream, the relief floods in and I feel great. Then I check the date of the post and it all comes crashing down around me. Ruins my whole day. RIP. Sarnak. Now I'm sad. This happened to me a couple of weeks ago. Woke up, put on my glasses. Blurry. Took them off. Perfect vision. For 10 seconds there I thought I had become Spider-Man. LOL. Reminded me of the first time I got a new set of contact lenses. Still had the old set in, put the new pair in on top of it and I was like, oh my gosh, they gave me the wrong prescription. Back in the day when I wanted a PS2 I had a dream that me and my brothers actually got one with a copy of Spider-Man 2. That game was the T. I got so fucked darn excited as soon as my eyes opened I sat right up in bed and smashed my head into the top bunk and fell on the floor. After rolling around in pain for a bit I still got up and ran to the living room ready to play. Biggest FML in my life. Spider-Man 2 still is the T. I dreamt my dead dog came back to visit for the day. I was so happy. I woke up, realized and then cried. I'm a 26-year-old male. I am a 26-year-old female and I had a very similar dream about my late cat. I also cried. Being an adult is hard and weird. I have terrible vision as well. I grew up near the ocean so I am used to taking my glasses off before I go into the water. One day I was in the water with my brothers and I was just about to dive under a wave and my last thought before going under was wow, everything seems so clear, yet I had flaked out and forgotten to take them off. The wave knocked them off for me and we spent about 30 minutes diving for them to no avail. Really expensive letdown. When I was younger I thought if I hung up my stocking 2 days before Christmas I could trick Father Christmas into 2 days of presents. I woke up, saw it full of toys and thought I was a goddamn genius. Then I remembered it had failed the night before, and it was in fact Christmas Day. Nothing ruins Christmas like discovering you didn't outsmart Santa. Fooled twice by a fake turn off your cell phone before the movie commercial. I wanted to see a movie about a male cheerleader overcoming the odds. I am an athlete. If anyone has such clip I would appreciate. In the UK played the lottery, checked my numbers the next day. 5 plus a bonus ball. Started panicking, double checking everything. Realized I'd ticked my ticket for Wednesday instead of the winning Saturday. Ticket was worth nothing. Oh my god, you poor soul. In 6th grade, just got Pokemon Red and I dreamt that I got a Mew. Woke up so excited, turned on my Game Boy and sad face ensued. Woke up one morning and started browsing Reddit to see a bunch of links at the top of the page that I was positive I had read before. For a good 30 seconds I genuinely believed that I had gone back in time a few months and was able to change some of the bad decisions I had made. Nope. I was just looking at the top comments for the year. Not the biggest letdown, just the most recent. I read Reddit in my dreams. It usually makes me realize I'm dreaming and wake up, though, as dream Reddit makes no sense. I was 12 years old. Every year, my parents put lottery tickets in my stocking at Christmas. It was one of those ones where you match a number to another, and you win that prize. I scratched off a 2, matched it with another 2, and the prize was $1,000. I lost my crap. I was jumping up and down, thinking about all the awesome new stuff I would buy. My little sister took the ticket, scratched off some more, and revealed the prize winning 2 was really a 12, and I hadn't won anything. Pretty sure I cried. When you're taking a shower and you forgot that the brand new shampoo you bought is still on the counter, then you have to get out of the shower all wet and race across the bathroom while trying not to get water everywhere. Or when you don't realize you forgot to buy the shampoo at all until you're in the shower. I once woke up and thought I was a dog. I looked down, saw that I wasn't a dog. Sadness ensued. Our furry knows that feel. Sometimes I'll get in the shower and forget to take my glasses off. So when I realize my vision is perfect, I think the steam cured it. I get so happy. Only about a minute later I remember I never took my glasses off in the first place. Once I was wakeboarding, I jumped into the lake head first, got to the surface and wondered why there are drops of water in my vision, forgot my glasses and felt stupid. I dreamt that my dog hadn't run out and got hit by a car. When I woke up, I looked for him so we could play in the garden as we did every day. After about a minute I remembered I was the one that had left the gate open, and I was the one responsible for my dog's death. Man, this is freaking heartbreaking. I was graduating high school. As I walked across the little stage to get my diploma, the announcer called out my name, severely mispronounced. I had talked to her earlier that day and had her write down the pronunciation phonetically on her list. I told her how much I hate people mispronouncing my name. She said she had it perfect and even repeated it back to me correctly. I woke up one morning and discovered that I received my letter of acceptance into Hogwarts. I was 11 when the first book came out. I knew IT. I was sure it was real. I went with my dad to Diagon Alley and bought a wand and all the cool things that I always daydreamed about buying there. Being in the train was so cool, a dream come true. I arrived at the school and was sorted into Gryffindor, of course. Every kid knew that was the best one by far. I went into the best classes ever. For the first time in my life I loved attending and learning and doing homework. It was not boring or crappy. It was the best thing ever. I had good grades. I was learning my spells very well and I had the coolest friends ever. I was right at the middle of the year when we were very close to taking the lead at the house cup. If only we could make the best potion for the class. We needed some bizarre ingredients that were only found in the Forbidden Forest. So we planned an expedition at night. We were going to own those Slytherin bee no matter what. So we tricked that dang cat and his janitor pet and went straight into, where the frick am I? This is not my bed at the Gryffindor house. This is my parents' house. It's not summer yet. What's going on? Oh. My heart shattered into pieces. Somehow, in the cruelest self-made joke, my brain had tricked me into dreaming not only one day, but 6 freaking months of my greatest desire at my young age. Obviously, 6 months in dream time, but I did not knew the difference until I woke up. I think it could be compared to 6 months in a movie. A very cool and long movie. Worse, I woke up because I had to get up early to go to a school I hated with my entire being and made me feel miserable every single second I was there. I remember that every step of me getting ready to go. Bathing, clothes on, breakfast, jump in the passenger seat of the car, hoping that it will break and I won't arrive, but it never ever breaks and I am always on time. It felt like a mockery, as if the entire world was making fun of me and yelling in my face. That's not how IT works, kiddie. Frick you. This is IT. LOL. More than a decade later, I still remember that feeling as one of the greatest disappointment I have ever felt. In that moment when I realized it was not real and where I truly was, how the world truly was, it was physically painful. I think that's why I remember it better than every other dream I had, except the one with the freaking snake plants, but that one was very short. It was burned into me by how painful it was to remember it. I think something of me died that day. Aesop, don't dream, kids. Dreams will only frick you while you are sleeping and then don't call back the next day. Screw Gryffindor. Ravenclawsome. This is a little different, but I'll share my story. I was on my way back from my sister's house one night when I saw these weird lights in the sky coming from a plane. I called my boyfriend. I was all excited. I told him I was about to pull up and he had to see this. So he gets in the car, and we start to go back down the road. He didn't get to see them. So we turn around in a neighborhood with disappointment. As I turn around, I see this hardcore jogger in a full-on sliver reflector suit. I about crap myself. For a moment I thought I saw an alien or something. It was just weird how both of those events happened that night. TL. Doctor thought I saw UFO. Thought I saw an alien. But it was someone jogging in a reflector suit the same night. About crap myself. Definitely dreams. Whether I've dreamt I've won the lottery, acquired a lot of money through illegal means, or that I'm with a special girl. Dat feel not so bad when you wake up and realize zombies aren't eating your face off though. I once dreamt that I won an Olympic gold medal. The event was snowboarding across a balance beam, and I took gold, stood on the platform, and partied after the ceremony with my family and friends. I went to sleep looking at my gold medal on the edge of my bed. When I woke up, I reached for it even before my eyes were open. The nothing I felt there impacted me greatly that morning. Back in the days of RuneScape, I was about 14. I had a dream that some random LVL 126 gave me his blue party hat. I woke up breathing heavily out of excitement, flipped open my laptop, logged in and no blue fat. So depressing. Misheard the doctor when she told me my dad had passed. I guess she saw my face and repeated it again. It slowly sunk in after that. A ex-friend hooked me up with a cool job opportunity. Turns out the boss was a lying sack of crap and never paid up when payday arrived. He just kept making excuses. I would have taken that mother to court. So there was this girl who I'd kinda been hanging out with for a while. I started to really like her. So one night after we are done hanging out in a group, she texts me, "Hey, sorry I've been acting weird around you lately. The thing is I've liked you for a while now, but I talked to Phil, her ex, my best friend, and he said he's cool with it." Then she sent me another one right after that said, "What do you think?" I got super excited and wrote back like 4 different responses until I just told her that we would discuss this tomorrow. Good thing I did too, because apparently she just forwarded me a text that some other guy sent her. It was a major disappointment, but at least I was able to play it off. I dreamt that my dog and I were playing around outside having a good old time, and then I woke up with what felt like her laying next to me. It was only a blanket, and then that's when it hit me that it wouldn't ever be her because she died at the vets the day before. Talk about your world just crumbling down around you. Going to put my hand around my now ex fiancee's pregnant belly the first night we were home from the hospital after birth. We chose adoption. Kinda drilled it in. I don't even notice such a thing. I once woke up with my contacts still in and I just put in some new contacts on top of the old ones. Only when I was ready to leave I figured everything was blurry. I've crashed a car or two in my day, and every post-accident night I had a dream where I didn't just wreck my car. Waking up from those is the worst. I've also had dreams where I'm playing guitar or chess, and I know exactly what I'm doing, only to wake up and realize I still don't know how to do either of those things. I would dream that I owned the Batwing. I would fly to school and everyone would hail me as the coolest kid ever. The girl I liked would run into my arms after I saved her from some bullies. Tactical guerrillas would seeker the school and I would systematically PWA them all with my ninja skills. Relishing in the rush of adrenaline fueled with a sense of overwhelming acceptance, I would wake up and start my unnoticed existence. The worst is when I wake up, brush my teeth, take a shower, eat breakfast and feed the dog, and spend half an hour getting everything all set before I go to school. Then I wake up and realize I've got to do it all over again. When I wake up, every night I have insanely realistic dreams that I remember vivid as day. Some of them are purely awesomeness. So when I wake up I have to take a few minutes to look around my room and come to the same conclusion of awe. I've been separated from my wife and 7-month-old son for 6 months now. I haven't seen him for the last 3 months as we're going through quite a hostile divorce. Well, just her really, and I've been sleeping next to a brand new, empty crib for most of that time as well. A few nights ago I dreamt he was with me in my bedroom in his crib, standing at the rails. I gazed in bewilderment, because I couldn't remember the divorce happening so fast and finally getting to see my son again. I hardly even knew the sound of his voice, and the first word he said was "Daddy" as he smiled at me. I woke up in my bed at 4 AM. The crib was empty and I was on my own as usual, so I cried. Had a fever, lying down in bed. I need to pee. Head hurts and my body is too heavy to go to the toilet. I don't know what todo JPG. Went back to sleep. Woke up. I feel better now. Went to the toilet. Peed. Feel a hot sensation in my pants. Woke up IRL. Had a very vivid dream where 2 of my best friends were in the same room as me, having a completely original conversation I've never had with them before. Then my best friend who is still alive asked me who I was talking to. I said my dead friend's name and he said he's dead. Woke up to remembering that he actually was. I once had a very realistic dream that I could run really fast and received a high score on a physical fitness test. When I woke up and felt my sore knee from an ACL tear, I could have cried. When I was little, I would always try to move things with my mind. In my 3rd grade class, I had a desk in the back corner of the class. I started putting my marker upright on my desk, focusing on it really hard and tensing up all my muscles. One day, it started falling over whenever I would do this. I got really excited and thought that I had telekinetic powers. I spent the next 3 months trying to train my powers when no one was watching so that I could become a superhero. I spent every day at the back of class trying to make markers fall over with my mind. I eventually figured out that whenever I tensed up, I would start shaking. This moved the desk and caused the marker to fall. When this became clear, I was so sad that I started crying and wouldn't stop. The teacher noticed and I was sent down to the office where I cried for 2 hours before they called my mother to come to pick me up early. TLDR. 8-year-old me thought I had superpowers. Didn't actually have superpowers. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video. Bye for now.